These are brand new uniforms that they broke out this year. The entire band, from color guard to the instruments to percussion, is all basically this one piece. So they have a uniform look. This is the trend, especially for when you get to the collegiate ranks and those high level competitions. This is the look. So they're taking a page from the very best. Just going over their final positions, getting all the equipment positioned in. Mililani, again, will be in exhibition. They'll get an overall rating, but they won't compete in those categories that we spelled out at the beginning of the broadcast. As the host school, you don't want to have any impropriety or even the look of impropriety, so they're just going to basically be performing for you tonight. And I can tell you this, they always have a deep, deep theme. So let's see what it is this year. And to get it kicked off, here is Darren Hernandez.
The Mililani Trojan Marching Band fields 89 winds, 22 percussionists, and 50 color guard. The Mililani High School Trojan Marching Band, under the direction of Mr. Derek Kaapana, is led by drum major Giselle Rosario. Tonight, they would like to perform for you their show, The Red String of Fate. Movement 1, Our Path. Movement 2, Our Destiny. And movement 3, Our Fate. Drum major, is your band ready? Mililani High School Trojan Marching Band, you may take the field in exhibition competition.
An invisible red string connects those who are destined to meet, regardless of time, place, or circumstance. The string may stretch or tangle, but it will never break. This Japanese legend tells of an old man who lives in the moon. Each night, he searches the earth for people who have something to learn from each other. When he finds them, he ties a red string to their pinky fingers so they can find their match. Connecting our path to those who are important in our lives. your soul. Some good, some bad. These stories are woven through the fabric of the red string, bringing us closer together. So you'll never be lost. The legend of the red string is a way to understand our friendships and encounters as a predetermined plot. Fate, where all the stories we crisscross with others are not accidents, but are part of a scarlet tapestry whose threads were given to us when we were born, and which we live ourselves. every person I meet in life, I know that part of them becomes a piece of myself. No matter how small or big, good or bad, this part helps me become a better person.
How about Mililani weaving a tail with one red string from start to finish? That's the string down on the floor. The Trojan Marching Band in exhibition competition here at their own Bandfest.
I mean, I want to say the quote-unquote common thread tonight is talking about life, and their story really was beginning to end, and all the trials and tribulations that you go through, the people you meet. These kids have so much depth, I feel, and I keep on calling them kids, but they're just really like young adults, but they have so much depth for the amount of years that they've been on life, and to be able to see what they do, these young visionaries with such a strong vision.
And I take away from this, not only you think of marching band, yeah, there's going to be musicality and formations, but I think Derek Kalapana and his team, they really wove in so much of the storytelling, performance art, as it were. So there was a lot to really kind of feast the eyes and ears on. And
whichever designer they decided to go with, I'm absolutely loving these uniforms. I know, Vincent, you want one of these onesies. I have a feeling you're going to have to ask the band director, because I kind of want one. I mean, it was just so visually stimulating.
And one other point, we talked about the sound, and you and I, we kind of caught out, we looked at each other and smiled, was the use of non-sound.
Yes, and you know, that I think that really is what makes the music. It's not just the notes, but the space in between too. And at one point, all you could hear was just the flags being thrown in the air, and that was a pretty moving moment. We haven't seen that all night, so thanks, Mililani, for, you know, bringing us back to the silence.
And again, we talk about the 21st annual Trojan Marching Bandfest, moving it up a few weeks because Mililani will be traveling to competition later in it. Just goes to some highlights, and this is part of what's hopefully going to get them a good score when they go to the mainland, again, using a lot of the field.
Pretty much the entire field. I mean, and just the energy that they bring. Look at that rifle movement. And I love that, just moving, just turning, you know, brings so much different color to your eyes.
That red string and the red coloring of the uniforms, the rifles, the flags, really bringing that through. When we first took the field, we're like, they're brown and gold. But then they were talking about their performance. And here, again, everyone buying into the performance part.
Yeah, look at their faces, their expressions. They are so into this performance.
That is just some impressive stuff there. Again, competing in exhibition here. Consolidating the groups again into the horns, different levels, different kneeling positions with the color guard interchange. And this,
the vocalist, yeah, it's a vocal soloist. We had the drum major earlier doing the national anthem, and now again from Mililani.
And the pinky that you tie the string as you go through life for the Mililani Trojan Marching Band. Here they are, and this was when you really picked up, that's a string.
Yep, coming together as one.
And it goes all the way around. Going to take it up to the drum major's podium. And that's how they wrap up their performance. And that was a wonderful job. And you see some of the pictures up. No doubt the seniors, like they have senior night. And I can't wait to hear more about this. And I know down on the field in his onesie, here is Fred Murphy.
No, Dave, it's not quite a onesie that I'm wearing right now. But, hey, I'm surrounded. Well, first of all, I'm a very proud principal right now. Can you believe that? All right. So, hey, I've got Kayla on my right here, Adrian, and then the director of the Trojan Marching Band there, Derek, on the side there. Kayla has a special story. She is also a cheerleader and part of the Trojan Cheer Army. I don't know how you do all of that. Tell me about your schedule. Like, how do you do that?
Well, really, I just had to go back and forth with Coach Renisha and Mr. Kalapana about my schedule and making sure that they're on the same page as me. And it wasn't that bad. Time management really helped and all. But.
Yeah, I think we all have a lot to learn about time management from Kayla here. Okay, but Kayla, what you really wanted to talk about was the theme of the show. What did you want the audience to think about and feel as they watched your performance tonight?
Well, the show is about getting connected, and like there's a red string attached to our pinky, and that we're all destined to meet. And I was really glad to share that story and tell the story and let the audience feel how we all feel as a marching band and how we got together. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. So, Adrian, you know, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about being a member of the Trojan Marching Band. How do you get ready from the beginning of the season to be able to do a show like that?
Well, being in this marching band is kind of different because we really never know what Mr. Kalapana is going to throw at us. So we always have to stay mentally prepared and always open to new things.
You are definitely open to new things. Like, could you ever have envisioned what you just did out there on the field and that you would be doing that as well as you do?
I really have never imagined us doing things the way we have this season, especially with the new uniforms and the show that we had.
So, Derek, okay, I got a little bit of a glimpse, being a band director myself, but you take these students to an entirely different level. You get them to do these incredibly physical performances. How do you get these kids to do it?
I think the motivation comes from just trying different things every year. We don't stop trying to push ourselves to our limits, and we try to incorporate things that we have done in the past that we're kind of decent at, and then we try to just go beyond what we're comfortable with. And I think that they like that, and that motivates them to do their absolute best.
I agree, totally. Like every year, you just build and build upon it. Tell us about the uniforms. It is quite a different look in Hawaii, but on the national scene, that's where the direction of marching band is going. So why don't you educate the audience a little bit?
Hey, for marching bands now, especially at BOA and Drum Corps International, which is a professional organization, they're kind of shying away from the traditional uniforms, traditional colors that each group uses, and going for more kind of like theme-specific things. So what we did this year is we took the idea of the red string and put red on the side and tried to incorporate that in some of the visual things that we do on the field. And then also, I wanted to showcase the type of movement that they do, and the only way that we could really do that is to put them in a uniform that is fitted to their form, so you can really see all of the body movements that they're doing, and it's not restricted by the baggy pants and the bulky coat. And yeah.
Derek, every year I'm sure you feel like you don't want to have to answer this question, especially not on camera, but what do you have to say to these kids? They work their heart out for you. They sweat for you every day, and they work very hard. What would you have to say to them?
Definitely, I'll say it on camera. I don't say it to them enough, but I'm very, very proud. I'm a very proud director. Just seeing them bring the vision of myself and the staff to life out on the field, and seeing their reactions and their emotions in it and the audience's reaction. It's a very touching experience for myself. I'm very proud.
Well, there you go, guys. I'm sure there are going to be a lot of hugs as this performance is done for the evening. But, I'm very proud, and I'll be sending it back to you. I'm a little speechless. That was quite a performance.
Rightly so, Fred. And tell our from out here in the booth to them on the field, congratulations, job well done. Everyone should be proud. Every school should be proud about their performance. From start to finish, they really brought it, and they left it on the field, as it were. And it was just a great time for all of us. When we come back, we're not done. We've got awards to come out and also some people to thank. That's coming up next on the New City Nissan Mililani Trojan Marching Bandfest, live on Spectrum XCast.